Welcome to this guitar lesson on basic right and left hand techniques. Hi, I'm Damon Ferrante. Welcome to the Guitar Scales Handbook video lessons. These are a series of free video lessons that correspond with the materials presented in the book. The videos cover a range of subjects, including guitar technique, music theory, and forming good practice habits. In this first video lesson, we're going to look at three things. The first will be a simple exercise that coordinates both hands. The second will be on the benefits of using and not using a metronome. And the third will be forming a good practice schedule. I want to start by talking about basic right hand and left hand technique with the guitar. So the first thing we want to talk about is the pick, holding the pick. And it's best to pretend that the pick is like your fingernail of your right hand index finger, and then move it to the side of the finger and kind of gently clamp down on the pick with your thumb. So it's between your thumb and index finger. And then you want to angle the pick forward or backwards, depending on your preference, slightly, so that the pick strikes the string at an angle. If the string is here, you want the pick to come down through it like that or like that. This will create a better guitar tone, give you more expressivity, and also let you play a lot faster when needed. With the left hand, it's very important that you place the fingertips on the string for the tone. So spend a little bit of time, especially with the fourth finger. These are the fingers of the guitar, by the way, in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To make sure that you're playing on the tip of the finger. This greatly improves the tone of your playing and also allows you to play faster and avoid hitting wrong notes. So whether you're a beginner or an expert player, make sure that you focus on this as you start these exercises. So this first exercise is aimed at coordinating both hands, and it's basically a very simple alternate picking exercise that's going to use the first and second fingers in the left hand. And we're just going to use up and down strums or strokes. I prefer to start with upstrokes for most scale passages, but that's a personal preference. You can also just try using a downstroke. So for the sake of this lesson, maybe I'll say downstroke, then upstroke. So it's kind of arbitrary where we start this exercise, but let's just start on the third string, the G, on the second fret. That's a note A. And we're going to be playing an A and a B flat. So it'll be down, then up, down, up. It's kind of the Jaws theme. This. Okay, so, but back to the A note here. It's just down, up, down, up. And then you'll play that 4 times in a row and then move the hand 1 fret higher. So, and then, and you can use a metronome for this and gradually speed up the click on the metronome. And you should try it on all the strings. That kind of thing. Okay. All right, well, metronomes. A lot of people ask me, and readers write to me about whether they should use a metronome or not in their playing and their practicing. And I generally think it's a good idea to use the metronome, and you should use it in conjunction with a kind of practice journal or assignment book so that you can keep track of your progress with technical things like scales and arpeggios. And it's also good to isolate certain sections of pieces and songs and use the metronome with those. sometimes it's a good idea to just set the metronome aside when you're practicing the scales and play very fast passages, even if they are kind of sloppy. And the idea for this is that your hands, even if you're making mistakes, and don't worry about the mistakes in this kind of specific practicing, even though your hands are making some mistakes and taking some wrong notes, they'll get used to playing faster than you're normally used to. And this was a technique that Sean Lane, the great guitarist, suggested for a lot of players. And I think it's an effective one, not exclusively to use, but in conjunction with using a metronome. Okay, the last thing I'd like to talk about in this video is the use of a practice journal or a kind of assignment pad. And I think this is a great method to keep track of your progress and also set practice goals, especially for technical things which sometimes are not the most fascinating aspects of music, but they're very important. So, and the journal or assignment pad can be done with just an inexpensive notepad that you can buy at your local store, or you can use your computer if you like. But try to get in the habit of recording your practicing and setting up different categories. For instance, you could start with one category would be technique, which would include maybe scales and arpeggios and chords. Then another part would be the songs you're working on, and then a third part might be something like sight reading or music theory that you might spend time on. And each week try to go through those areas, and you can check things off, and you'll see your progress. And that's a good active way to make improvements in your guitar playing. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And take a moment to subscribe to this channel. You'll receive notices about free guitar ebooks and lesson videos. And send us a question or comment. Share this video with friends. Every few weeks we'll be compiling the best questions from our subscribers and making a video that addresses them.